Uh, one moment here. Just making sure things work. I think it's loud enough though. Gotta like it. Once again, always test when you go live. Okay, community day event featuring Litwick, the little flame candle Pokemon over here. As you can see, I already got my Halloween little friend over here from last year. So, as you can see, ooh, wow. AR mode is so scary. This is a keyboard. Who would have thought? A living candle and a pumpkin over here. No, no, no. I can never figure out if that's supposed to be like hair, hands. I know the body, well, the neck is supposed to be like melted candle wax over here that with its little curl representing like a flame. By the way, though, for those that may not know about these Pokemon or its previous evolutions, they do come in 4 different sizes. Each size also comes with its own sound effect too. Well, yeah, that's how that works. And yes, I went ahead and bought me one of these. Got potential be some lights over there. Belong to Litwick, the candle Pokemon. Litwick has known to leech off the life force of any who follow it. So remember that if you're lost in the woods, so when you see a glowing purple flame, run the other way. The younger the life of this Pokemon absorbs, the brighter and eerie the flames hit on its head burns. Makes for a pretty ominous candle, wouldn't you say? Litwick appearing with such force makes a perfect opportunity to learn so much about them. I suggest you get up close and personal and see for yourself. You just told me to not to get near it. Now you're telling me to get near it. Oh, and also for those that didn't know, there, Professor Willow came back. Was I think it was last month with a new look. Also, his assistants have a temporary new look too. There, so remember, kid-friendly game. Okay, so as you notice, I can also start it around. Oh, that's right. You can't see because the way I cropped my video. Okay, let me try this. Let's see. I think you can see this. Wait for it. Okay, yeah. As you can see, though, it's 3:26. Though, also you might notice though, the the event is still going on because they actually did move the time frame. Or was it 2 community day events ago, which would be like 2 months ago? So now it's 2 to 5 p.m. local standard time. Well, not standard time, but local time. Okay, so catch Mons, get some Litwicks, and get some nice throws. Is it a good idea to have a roaming candle Pokemon next to some candles? Also, let's go ahead and activate this thing over here. For some reason, it didn't change colors. I just like how the candles are almost perfectly in a little group of 5 here, except for this one right here. This one's like, yep, I'm not going nowhere near you. Think. Okay, let's see how many candles are. And despite certain medias, I know this is not a black flame candle, unless you want to color edit it though. Nope. Set the creepy spirit candle away. Ooh, already it's shiny. That's a blue flame candle. Oh, then. It's angry. It's like, no, my precious colors. Let me turn up that game sounds because it's a little low. It's like, yay. Also, that a lot of these were already on. Ah, it's a social. As you can hear, there's music. Had to redo, well, not redo, had to make some adjustments to my streaming program because apparently there was an update to the phone over here in the screen share mode where it has a new name for it. It's a program. Used to be Connect now. Now it's known as wireless display, and apparently that's not the same thing, even though it was activated by the same way. So how to redo that? Okay, as for Pokemon news there though, they are introducing new types of raids coming out soon though. I'll get to it as soon as I toss this in its general direction. I kind of miss having the gym being a Pokestop there though, because you know I would be able to throw the little lure, but I should be able to get raids. Oh, I forgot to throw some more berries at it. Anyways, for oh wait, was those separate? Oh, those were. I think that was a separate one. That's not the timed one. First of all, the lights 1, 2. That's 2 eggs. A couple of them is about to be done though. Let's do that. Anyways, new raids coming up. Elite raid. So trainers, mysterious raid eggs within 24-hour timers have started appearing around the world. This can only mean one thing: elite raids have finally come to Pokemon Go. Yes, most raids prior to that there would be like maybe an hour or two though. I think that also includes Megas, except for Ultra Beast, which has a much shorter time frame though. Now, for those who didn't get the Hoopa there at the time though, and missed out on the research, oh, this is your second chance, so to speak though. Of course, when Hoopa first came out, you couldn't evolve it, or not evolve it, but change its form there to Unbound. And when you could though, it still had its previous, I want to say, voicing. Yes, even with incense, so it's fun trying to wait for another little flaming candle, which is another reason why I started early. Maybe not super early though. For those who's living in areas where there's little to no stops there. Yeah, I know how that is though. Because all the way over there, can't exactly see where, but way past that gym in the background though, there's no stops or anything there, and the incense will only attract like 1 per 5 minutes. Unfortunately though, when you first start up the game though, they'll be like, oh no, you though, and then after you capture them all, like, okay, here's one, wait 5 minutes, here's another one. Which means people are in towns or cities or any place that has more stops at them will obviously see them though. Or walk around. I could walk around though, but the thing is though, doing a live stream though, and then about, you know, with everything hooked up into the room, and then I have to walk around though, never know when I'll miss connection though, so that's might be a little problem though. What I could do though, however, is do a video, which I'm gonna film on the phone, because unfortunately the phone model that I'm using though doesn't have an external slot for SD cards. But anyways, make sure I have enough room. Ah, dang, I missed it. And then record it there though. But since I have everything hooked up to the computer right now though, I think the furthest I can go is like out the front door, which is only like the equivalent of 30 feet away. Wish they had said dynamic click sound whenever I put up the mic. Which is one reason I like the mic though, because it mutes it whenever you do that. But I tried mobile streaming before 2 phones ago, which would be the equivalent of 6 years ago. It was the S5 Samsung S5, yeah. And it did well until I got like about 2 blocks away. As you can see, in my case, they're literally square, so that's easy to see there. I would get right about here and like connection lost. So yeah. Even though I had obviously though the phone networks and everything though, it was just that it was spotty. I think it was like 3G or something like that though. Yeah, that's one thing about being in this town though. Every block is literally a square. Wait, don't do that again. At least it counts for every berry you use, even if it's on the same Pokemon. Just make sure, if you want to count it again on the same Pokemon, make sure it breaks out. That means go over there and pry it open and say, no, come back out, no! I changed my mind! Too bad I don't live like in the middle here. You know, I can benefit from both of these at the same time. Also, as you can probably tell, though, I do have the Hoopa shirt on there, which also came when they had the research at the time, too. For those who haven't seen the Hoopa, though, let's do this. Oh, I forgot. I can't do that. Ah, Samsung, allow me to at least pull up the keyboard if I'm doing screen shares. Okay, let's do it the fun way. Now let's see, which one was it? Was it Unova? New York, New York. Nope. Was it? No. Was it this one? Back up, back up. Ah, it was this one. Kalos. See, that's the sound it had when it was on Unbound. The Unbound. So imagine that little squeaky sound on somebody this big. If I'm right though, it costs like 10,000 Stardust? Oh wait, I almost did it again. I'll have to look again though, but originally, the first time you changed forms, it was like 1,000 or so Stardust. It's been like a year. To change it to its Unbound form though, and then I think it's 10,000 to change it back. Ever since they introduced the mechanic of form change, you know, which came out with the fur food dogs over there, which changed the fur style, which is weird because you're calling it a different form, even though you're just giving it a different haircut. But sadly, though, that depending where you live in the world, though, you only get one particular regional hairstyle, though, and a couple free ones, as well as the Valentine's one when it comes to Valentine's, the heart one. Ah, I did it again, didn't I? Let's do it this way. Why do you hate me? It was Kalos because it was introducing with French pools. Put a name order, be faster. Yeah, but anyways, when just before Hoopa came out though, it was these dogs that had the ability to change their form, and each haircut is 10,000. Somebody actually has the shiny one though, and I forgot which hairstyle it was. I think it was the one. I think it was this one they had. Oh, was it that one? No, it was one of these haircuts that they had. It wasn't that one? Wait a minute. I'm missing a dog. My haircut's gone. No, I gave it a haircut though. What? Well, not that one though, but 1, 2, 3. Oh, there it is. I forgot I gave them different names. Oh yeah, I think it was the shiny version of this poodle cut poodle there. The more cliched poodle there. Have a pineapple. But yeah, I'll get back to Hoopa here in a moment though. But yeah, as far as you can tell with those new rates though, I think it's going to also require a decent amount of people there too. Oh, speaking about raids though, and during this event, unfortunately, especially really unfortunately for people who live in rural areas, they do have raids going up soon for this event. That's not the unfortunate part. The unfortunate part is the fact that you're not allowed to use the remote raid passes. You have to be there presently. Many, or at least I want to say some, players do not like this though, because they're still complaining about the distance for the, of course, the incense, despite them already being warned about it. But yeah, even if you're in a place like me where you practically live next door to a gym, if you don't have many people helping you though, then good luck. Like for me, I think question mark that why do you show that I completed something, but I don't see nothing completed? Oh, because it's down here. That it's going to be a 3-star raid. I'll have to look at it. Pass. Oh, I need to do nice. Rarely, and more challenging is the fact of trying to get an excellent on a small target. See, I always hit above his head. Let me see if there's more videos or some videos there where people shows where the friendship badges are located on your Pokemon there. I've seen one. Ooh, that's a good one. I'll have to evaluate that later. I've seen one. It was kind of funny though because when the person got to like the unknown ones there, I forget which one in particular. I think they're all around the same placement. That the badges actually float near them. I think it's kind of funny though how almost most of all these though have their own little walking animation. Like this one just bounces, kind of wobbles there because I mean it doesn't actually have legs, just like little pegs. Poor creature wants to walk, but it's like I'll have to just hop at it. What? Imagine those towers have collision. Bonk. I remember, what was it? The remake for Yellow that was the Let's Go series when they introduced more animations for Pokemon following though. Because, what was it? One of the older ones introduced the whole little Mon following you, which of course was Yellow, and then, but unfortunately it was only Pikachu following you. There wouldn't be a few generations later where all available Pokemon at the time would be able to follow you, but they all have the the little sprite just following you. They didn't have actually animation until Let's Go came out, and wow, look at this, it looks pretty cool. Or oh, that's how they move. The funny one I thought was whenever people started looking at Venusaur and how it moved like you expect a giant, huge toad to move, jump. Does little short hops. And people were like surprised by it. I'm thinking, you're surprised by a toad creature with a flower on its back to hop around like a giant toad with a flower would? What did you expect it to do? Get on 2 legs and start walking around? I didn't get around to seeing all the animations for all the mons at the time though, but seeing some of the ones in this game though and how they move is interesting. Well, the ones that you try to figure out how do they move. Obviously, some psychic ones will be floating along, like Mew and Mewtwo. No, I think Mewtwo floats when he's moving, but stands still on legs there when not. Recently, Pokemon Company did show off the next. Oh, I got caught on my thing, my dress over here. Anyways, Pokemon Company has released, as of this recording, though, a new Pokemon there that looks like a giant frog-looking one, though. Supposed to be like an electric typing. And again, with the interesting design, though, although some people think it was like the beta sprite rework, though, from Polytune. But what appears to be eyes on the side of its head is not. Its eyes are actually on its. Well, we expect eyes are in front. Bonk, I did it again. So it's one of those pseudo appendages and so forth where like, oh, this must be. No, it's not. Kind of like with Wobbuffet though, what you think its eyes is not as really eyes, just a look because its eyes is on its tail. Illusions, my friend. Also, the before they introduced that new creature though was the gym leader, Ino or something, INIO, and apparently she has a daytime profession, so to speak, though, streamer, gaming streamer, but she's also one of those that likes to chat a lot. One of those that really gets hyped up and so forth. So I don't know how well that was going to work with some people. Like if I say, this person's annoying. But, you know, everybody's got their own preference of how they want to have interaction with some streamers. So. Okay, bonk. Okay, come on, let's keep sitting here. Boom, nice throw, get that done. Power up him on 10 times. Still going. As you noticed, I didn't do the usual warning whenever I do this video. There, the stream rates, randomly pause or lag or whatever. So far, so good though, and none of those issues have come up. It's like a police car going by. You want the berry? Oh, wow. It glows. I have yet to evolve mine to the point where it's this, so. Didn't know it glows whenever it's excited? Look at all these candles everywhere. It's like a fire hazard. Also, I'm waiting for another flaming candle to appear out of nowhere next to my leg, because that's a proper space apparently. For those that want to add me, here's my information. Please note there that I won't be able to get it everybody though. One moment, please car going by. Like things happen on a weekend. But anyways, here's my information though. Also, while people are welcome to invite me to raids and such, please know that the way that raid notifications appear though might be a little late. But I see there's a Xerneas over here. Would like to get that. I already got its counterpart though the other day. At least I thought I had a counterpart right here. Oh wait, nope. Where are you at? Wow, I hate when it skips over like that. Do it slowly. For those that didn't know, there I also got several shiny Absols with the sunglasses. They were literally all over the place. I had it here somewhere. Where is it? Like you just looked at it, it's gone. Come here, you little candle. Darn it. It like burns up the ball. It's like touchy dust. Oh, the candle burned up the Pokemon. I think it can get hot, but not that hot though. Yep, some Pokédex indicates that it's evolution. Though it's not exactly a good sign to see if you're at a or near a hospital and you just see them floating there. And more than likely, they're going to wait for somebody to no longer be part of the living world. Kid-friendly games. Hey kids, you want to learn about bad things like die? Oh, I forgot we can't say that. They're fated. Oh, that's horrible. I was reading an article a few days ago in which somebody got the lamest Pokemon. Oh, man, I can't believe it. Managed to catch a Smeargle though that had 0 stats increase. They also had Struggle and Splash. Yikes, and you thought a Magikarp was useless. Ha ha. Oh, there are some people who are upset about the worthiness, so to speak, of these boxes. So they had one box for about 3 weeks, I want to say, almost maybe 3,000 coins. So when somebody evaluated the prices of each individual item, so based on how much more worth than other package deal though, and they found out it wasn't worth it. Oh yeah, I forgot to get my little box here. People still would like the free box of the item though, although people unfortunately are greedy and want the remote passes though, despite have limited though. One of the lame things is they're still promoting the 3 raid passes for the exact amount it would have been if you just got it separately. Once again, like before, and I say this again though, I don't know, that it used to be discounted. That's like going to a place and you expect them to be on sale, but no, it isn't no full price. Why not just buy them individually though? Oh, but what if you want like only 2? Yeah, but I can still buy them separately for the exact same price though, and it'd still be the same thing, even if I just wanted to. Most games would try to do the discount though, but they're like, discount. I haven't seen what's in these boxes though, and as you can tell, I did finally get the first timer box there. That was like about $3 American. Let's see, catch box. 50 ultras, 5 regulars, and 25. Event box. 1 incense, 2 super incubators, 30 ultras, and 1 lure. This one has 2 of each lure. Of course, you got the community day boxes, which are okay if you have enough people on your friends list though. Despite you are limited to like 20 or so per day, then you can get a lot of extra ultra balls. 5 of those, 1 of the elite charge ones, and 5 birthdays. Event boxes, 2 premium battle passes, 2 incense, 2 raid passes, and 2 week pairs. Yikes. Let's see, what else is in Pokemon news? Oh yes, it's gonna be, I want to say kind of open world there, but to some people nowadays, open world means go wherever you want within limits, of course, because you know you can't just swim to like Kanto or anything like that. Kind of a new type of team boss fights there. It's like a battle bus, not to be confused with another game with a similar name. You'll have your random encounters, so it's similar to the now known ones from like the more the 3D open areas, like the Legend Arceus over there, Arceus Legends, where, and also Sword and Shield, where you'll see them, and if you get close enough, they'll interact with you, or vice versa. Those games remind me of the Dragon Quest games, the later ones though, the more of a 3D ones though, where if they see you, they'll come charging at you though, but you can avoid them because they're like right there in the distance. instead of just being like back then, where also Dragon Quest Warrior, where it just randomly happens, like just walking in the grass and such. And that's one thing I find interesting though, is because in some ways, so both games are similar in how they work though when it comes to like random battles back then though. Both Dragon Warrior American, also known as Dragon Quest and everywhere else, and Pokemon games though, are both RPGs involving you fighting monsters and such. And back then, you can't see where they're at on the overworld. You just keep going and poof, there they are. Limited animation, blah blah. Later on, of course, well, of course that happens. It's angry. Later on, though, they eventually will show the 3D models of them and introduce, more of a 3D-esque type world there, where you can avoid them, but you can also see them up ahead. They'll interact with you if they see you as a threat. Now, let's face it, most times they will see you as a threat. Power up. What else activated? Oh, no. And also interesting enough, though, is the fact that Dragon Quest did have their own equivalent of a Pokemon game, though, with their Dragon Quest monsters, and it wasn't too bad. Unfortunately, as it was winding down, they're being popular, though. I'm pretty sure it's still popular somewhere, but where the Nintendo service where the original DS came on, though, was winding down, hackers would go over there and start, messing around. Just like Pokemon, though, you would get a special type of creature, though. But on here, though, I think it was just a little before Pokemon did it, though, where you could switch forms, kind of like by way of Mega Evolution, way with like Charizard or Mewtwo. That the main creature, though, you can only have one of them, though. But unlike Pokemon, where you can trade and get another Mewtwo or Charizard or whatever that has branching evolution, though, in this game, though, you can only have one. No one can ever trade you one, though. And I came across a team during a battle there where they had, was 2 or 3 of each version of the same creature, though. I'm thinking, wait, that's obviously hacked. So yeah, that there. Yep, when Pokemon's popular though, then everybody started having theirs, and some are too bad. And there's some that are kind of questionable. Digimon even had theirs with their way before Pokemon had the same title of Sun and Moon. What is Sun and Moon? There's Lunar in there. We introduced their Sun and Moon based creatures as well. That game was okay, except for the fact it kind of blocks you out from progressing any further unless you have the other versions to trade. And the trading system was okay, but most times people want the exact same things that you already had. That they had. Nothing in, but I need the other one. Nah. So I have the game, or had the game. I haven't seen it for years around here. I might have lost the game. But yeah, that game was okay until you get to that point where it was just like practically a dead end. You couldn't progress in the story because there wasn't much of a story though. Unless I missed something, and I went all over the place in there. I went to different various worlds in that game and tried to figure out, okay, how do I progress? It's like cliffhanger moment there. Do I have to buy the other game to get it? I don't want it to be like the whole Legend of Zelda Oracle games where it's like, oh, they each contain their own story, but if you combine them together though, with a passcode there from one of the games to the other, you'll have a much bigger idea of the story. But right here it's like, what do I do? Do I have to evolve a certain Digimon a certain way? Maybe I unlock something? That's what I kept doing though. I kept evolving one and evolving another, and nothing happened. I might have to actually look it up though, because I didn't think about it at the time. Don't get me wrong, I do like both Digimon and Pokemon because they're, despite having similar ideas of capturing creatures or convincing creatures or having them join your side there to fight whatever evil the day is. I mean, I guess it all depends on which one you like though. They both have their own dark lore own stories there that would frighten kids if they actually would understand it. But when it comes to power and strength there, yeah, Digimon obviously has a beat. Pokemon, despite its cutesiness, does have its own twisted tales. Especially if you look at some of the manga based on for Pokemon there too. It's not exactly a pretty sight though. I'm not saying it's all violence and such here, but some depictions definitely not suited for little kids. But I said this before in other videos. It's like, yeah, the difference between Pokemon and Digimon. It's like, Pokemon, we have to ban it scene because, you know, Game Warden was holding something up to Ash's head. Digimon. Let's make a gun-shaped Digimon, you know. Call it a sheriff. You know, kids will be good with that. Look at some of these Pokedex. Oh yes, I forgot to update my Megas. I now have 9 of them. I know some people would have the majority of them though, by way of using groups and such like Discord or apps that would help them locate people that's also playing. Not to be confused with those who, you know, try to mess up the games and cheat that way. Recently though, they had the Gyarados one though, and I was able to get invited though, so yeah. I don't know, I kind of like the red one better though than the blue one. This one was fun to get though, it wasn't that hard. Had a researcher that gave me candy and it was just enough. So I got living lightning bolt over here. I always thought it was funny though, I can't tell if that's supposed to be stiffened hair that makes horns or what. One of my favorite ones though is still the Mega Steelix with the gold look and the spinning gold flakes. It's 4:01. Less than an hour left. Thanks for those who's been watching this far though. I feel like though, they're like, yeah, I know some people are not going to watch this whole thing. Surprisingly, I looked at my statistics there on YouTube at the time. One video that was a little over an hour, almost 2 hours, I managed to have somebody's attention, one person's attention for at least an hour. I must have done something decent there for somebody to actually waste time on there. Or they probably just left it in the background to where it would play, and yeah. I guess whatever works, works. Not everybody's going to come and listen to this video. They're like, oh, this guy's not energetic or whatever. I want to be energetic though, but I just don't have that voice there where, you know, I'm not talking about the annoying voice where it's like, yeah man, we gotta see this. Oh god, I can't believe this. I totally missed it. What's going on? Or those people who likes to freak out though whenever you're losing a game when clearly there's a hope of chance that they can win. Oh my goodness, we're losing by 2 points. There's no way coming back over here. We just started the game. No way, I say, no way. Oh, hope is lost. We will never recover from this. Really? I mean, it's only 2 points behind. No, no, no. Give up now. Or those that gloat around there saying, yeah, I can beat you and do you. Whenever I visit my sister's house there, though, one of the kids over there get a little too excited, though, when they're playing Fortnite, though. Especially the now cliched of game controller broken, though. So my sister asked me to look at the controller to see if something's wrong with it. So I checked it. No, everything's fine. I said, no, I just think that he's just a sore loser. And let's face it, though, that kid is a sore loser. He keeps every time he gets attacked though, he's always saying that somebody's cheating and hacking and such a thing. Or you're just a bad aim, or you just like to be right there where somebody gets you. Here, bonk. Yes. Too bad I don't need that now. Think about doing some more. Well, not doing some more, but bringing back the AI dungeon for some stories. 1, 2, 3. That's 3. For those that know, the AI dungeon is one of those programs where it kind of helps you build a story, though, or you can let it build a story for you, and hilarity may ensue. You can use it for like role-playing games, or whatever, or you can try to write a book with it, I guess, and see what happens from there. I've done a stream or so there where I try to make sense out of a thing, and yeah, so I've been thinking about, let me try this again though, but this time though, make it in relation to Pokemon there. And it's free too, by the way. I mean, there is paid options for, I guess, expansions and such though, or additional options. But for what it is though, for free part, when I last looked at it, it's not too bad. I mean, heck, you can make it like your choose your own adventures if you want to though. But the only thing is though, since the game is making the story though, unless you put some input into it though, then you'll never know what's gonna happen. Like, you could say, oh, I encounter this Pokemon, and I throw a ball, and then the game might, or the Pokemon might say, but the ball bounces and hits a tree and comes back and hits you in the head, knocks you out, and the Pokemon stole your money and ran away. Or you might tell it to now let's try this again. So pick off where you left off. Though it's like I threw a Pokeball there and it went to somebody's window and broke it. But yeah, it's like a lot of AI programs in which they try to guess. So it is one of those learning type ones though too. And unlike the AI art programs where they, unfortunately, in some cases, where they take images off websites like Google, etc., and mash them together like a collage. At least this one, though, as far as I'm aware, you shouldn't be able to get in trouble with words. Oh, well, he took this from like War and Peace, or he took it from this thing over here. But like I said, I've been thinking about it, about doing like a little short Pokemon story though, and see how that turns out. My luck though, instead of being the hero, I'll end up being like Jesse and James over there and just get blasted off at the beginning of the screen. But it is text-based though, and I'll be trying reading it though. Let's make this, maybe do it like a D&D type campaign and be the dungeon master, in which I'll do some voicing. That won't be bad, will it? Mm. This click so loud. Your clicking sound, that's just me putting up the microphone there. Look at all that stuff. Also, Niantic, I would like it. I'm pretty sure some others would like it too. If you could expand the postcard book, because I am still full. I know some people say, why can't we have it to where we save the stickers? Technically, you have a sticker section though. And in most cases though, a lot of stickers that you get sent via the postcard will be one that you already collected to begin with. But I get what they're saying though. There's some stickers that they want to collect but not be able to use. Kind of like a sticker book. They're where like where you see a stamp on a letter and like, oh wow, this person went to like Hawaii or Australia, whatever. I'm gonna put this in a book. While stickers are like, So I get what they're saying. I mean, they could have the sticker section though, but have a separate though for those that they collect though, even if it is a copy. One thing about the stickers though, I noticed though that there's usually about, I want to say 7 that you will always get, because while others are during events and such, like for example, like the little electric rodent over here, this one though, Dene though, while that was only during the time it came out though, or like this and such there though, some of them like this thank you Pikachu will always be available until further notice. So you almost always will have maximum amount of those, which is about 30, like the high over here. Have a quick look at those once I get this candle. Ooh, another shiny. You want a pineapple? I'm waiting for it to use like flamethrower on me. Bonk. Also, as of this recording though, that also been doing like little headshots of the the EVs over there. I have a style that's similar to like painted though, but you know, digital there, so not exactly paint. Let me see what's up here. 11 minutes. It should be like a chandelier. I have to say that slowly now because I don't want to make it sound like a chandelier. Driving. Oh, really? So what? Take another photo. That sounds kind of creepy with that big tone. Like I said though, this little pumpkin mon over here, not little though. That's actually the biggest one though, the grande size. Okay, so it's got this big, huge, deep sound to it. I guess I can go ahead and show that though. I think, if I remember right, it came out like, ooh, I like how his little animation now. Came out like last year during the Halloween event. And of course, also don't forget though, the Halloween event should be coming up soon. I think it's the 20th from when this was recorded, which also includes a lot of people's favorite though, Lavender Town's remix theme. There's nothing more spookier than creepy music. Well, Pokemon game. Oh, going back quickly to shinies though. I'm glad that they have this though, because I don't know how long they had it though, because I never did this before. But if you used to accidentally try to set one free to the professor, it does have a pop saying, "This is the shiny. Are you sure?" So there are some mons that the shiny equivalent looks exactly like their normal equivalent, and you might like, it's another one of those, or you are quite aware that it's a shiny and don't care. There is a pop-up that does come up though if you do accidentally try to get rid of a shiny Pokemon in this game. I almost did it though to a Scyther because I thought it was a normal looking one, because I forgot it had almost the exact same color scheme as your typical one. Let me take a shortcut here. Alright. I got so many Pikachus now. Not a hoarder, I'm telling you. There we go. But yeah, like I said, I didn't realize it was a shiny one until like last second. After I hit the button, it's like, oh, it's green and pink. Okay, while waiting, we'll look at the pumpkins here. Get to it here as soon as they capture or try to capture a little flame here. But anyways, like I said, did some headshots of the various forms of Eevee's evolution over there. Last one will be the Sylveon, because I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to make that work out though, because it's got its ribbon feelers, as they call it. I always found those weird. Okay, so let's go to pumpkins over here. Because apparently France is known for their spooky pumpkins that look like cats in them. But anyways, so you can try. There's two of these that sound almost the same though. I think it's the average and large sound that sound the same. Here's how they sound like. The music first of all though. Alright, now let's try this again. I hear it back to activate. Okay, small size, small little high pitched sound, average, slight difference, large. See, that one sounds the same. Super size, a much slower one. Look how you can definitely see the difference between the sizes here. But when they evolve, though, they also will change accordingly. Unfortunately, I forgot to do that, though. So imagine each size getting bigger than the last, with the big one being this big. But if I'm right, though, these things should come back, though. Look at this. Gorgeist is not even out for some reason. Weird. But yeah, it's the other way around on Pumpkin Boo. I think it's only because I technically got one, but I didn't get one for the base one. Weird. As soon as I get the other one, so I'll just do that though too. Wait, did it? I thought I heard a pop-up sound. That's almost ready though. Also, there's one I don't think I ever finished though, was a creepy tree that was once a kid who got lost in the woods, because apparently kids don't need to stop getting lost in the woods. If Legend of Zelda have taught me anything. Phantom. The Phantom Stump. As you can see, I never got the tree event. There's still a few of these I could get though, but some of these I don't remember how to get. And some of them are region locked though, so you'd think I would be able to get the Buffalo one though, because, obvious though, but I haven't been seeing them appear much. Wait, I want to look at something here. Yeah, the different forms of the dogs. Each one also is based on a region though, so they're kind of region locked. Unless you're one of those people that somehow, yeah, do something you're not supposed to be doing. I didn't realize they have their own icons too, though. Like for example, Kabuki though, it's if you're looking up in Japan though, the Pharaoh if you're near Egypt. So unless somebody's doing a world tour though now, and you see them have them all, you might want to question it because yeah, and there is no long distance as of this recording trading. While yes, you can trade them on Pokemon Home, Pokemon Go is like another story though. Let's see what else. I heard that one. Eh. Hey, what was it supposed to do? Did I get them all? I didn't get them all, did I? Dun, dun, dun. There's actually people who speed run through that thing though. Oh, I was supposed to do it 10 times. Where? Okay, fine. Also need to renew the Pokemon Home anyways though, because there's some of these I want the ones that I'm able to, because apparently those with outfits don't count. But trade up though. There's my little spooky Pikachu over here. The Pikachu that just like Mimikyu, who dresses up as Pikachu, because that makes sense. Just in case. Oh, so close. Let's set you free. Yawn. Okay, what do you want now? Good day, trainer. Professor Willow has tasked you with investigating Litwick, is it? The flame on his head is certainly alluring. A Pokemon that can bring light to his surroundings. What could be the source of its brilliant glow? Life force? Professor Willow says. Particular. Peculiar. I wonder, would those things transform if Litwick were to evolve? What are your thoughts? Ah, cats transfer evolve. Well, where were you at a moment ago? This is a fun one. I would have captured two of these. Hey, I'm supposed to be waiting for a Litwick based creature over here, not a psychic bird. What if I have to beat you up again? I like how it says suggested group 13. Alright, I'll take that into consideration. Da-da-da. Put you right there. Let's see, the first one I went against, though, had a fairy type, so the dragon was out. Why did I do that? I don't know. I mean, added to it, though. I also put the wrong not Rhyperior, though, because it was ground-based attack. The next one that I went against and beaten up, though, is the, it had psychic attack. Mm-hmm. Aha. There we go. I'm going to have to. I like how every time I try to replace one note, they all disappear. Wait. I kind of wish I had Mega Gengar. Also coming up though during the Halloween event though, Mega Bayonet. Bayonet? Bayonet? Mega creepy voodoo doll that wants to haunt your dreams. I don't want to be confused with a certain other character that's against the creatures of night and light and everything else. Stretch. Oh, I gotta sneeze, so be right back in a few seconds. Okay, so while waiting for that, I should have evolved my creature, huh? I shall spook you. Spook, spook, spook. Which one do you have, psychic or fairy? Apparently you have attack side will hurt me. Brave birds is effective. Once again, I try to question that. Brave but foolish bird. Crunch, 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 crunch. Crunch, 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 crunch. Remember, when you bite something, it's not as bad. You crunch something and they no longer living. Come on, one more. There we go. This is one with the big hitters, literally. I mean, it's shooting boulders out of his palms. In some lore, though, they actually shoot geodudes. Dude attack! Dude attack! What is it? Game Freak over there having creatures shoot other creatures. It's like the ghost dragon that they have in certain shield and it shoots its offspring. But don't worry, they're already ghosts, so you know. Wow, angry badger over here. Rockstar badger. Wow, this one's hurting. You think it'd be a pattern, but sometimes they'll like, super attack against you. My living taser over here. Come on. No. Big hits, big hits. Maybe I should, upgrade this thing. Oh, one big hit. One giant hit. It's down to the wire. No. Spooky. Bayonetta. Bayonetta? Remember, it's like a Banshee Marinette. So, Bayonette. Oh, I need some more berries anyways. And that's how you capture that thing. Usually have trouble with those around similar ranking. Remember, according to them, it took him 13 suggested. I saw some berry. There it goes. Don't. So far, I've only got one in the Hisuian Dex. Because you got to remember, the variants do not count towards the Dex. It'll be listed as it's from that region, though, but it won't be part of that Dex. Oh, wow. I'll stick in my back pocket. Where are the other ones? There's a Xerneas over there. There's also a fancy Ponyta that we got, Lar. And that is a Surfing Raichu. You know what they should have done, though? They should have made Surfing Pikachu evolve into that thing. Only problem is, Surfing Pikachu was the promotional creature, though, and the Psychic Fairy. What's Psychic? Or was it Electric Fairy? I know there's a fairy in there, too. Anyways, the Surfing Tail Raichu over there wasn't exactly a limited time, though. It was common, though, because apparently, Electric giant mouse eating pancakes grant you abilities to use psychic powers. Pokemon lore, people. Pokemon lore. Imagine Pat from Game Theory trying to do the lore for all these Pokemon. Ooh, I want to see that. Hey, Game Theory. When are you going to do the theory of all the Pokemon lore over here? Granted, though, there's like more stuff every game that comes out, though, or every mainline game, every gen. You can tell them about how the ice cream looking Pokemon is not really ice cream. It's a living icicle with snow on its head that looks like ice cream. I know there's some channels, including one that originally started off being a uh, spin-off show to series to a YouTube channel that was on Game Theory. Though they did some Pokemon lore, though, including like who was it again? I forgot who it was. The creature that is. I did it again, didn't I? I know one that was Mawile though, but it wasn't that one. Who was it? I was just looking at decks. Frostlass, that's what it was. It was Frostlass. But yeah, all these creatures, he could do a theory though. I mean, currently, as of this recording, now he's doing Minecraft though. I guess he's taking a little break. Ha 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 ha. From the Finance of Freddy's. But imagine doing all these creatures though. You're getting to the dark ones there too. I mean, like this though, on Maldo though. Imagine getting hit by that thing. That thing can cut through or punch through steel slab. Never said how thick it was too. So, I mean, he could even mention about how this one was misinterpreted though as something that was bad, but it's not really that bad. That's like you warning people about the impending danger, and they say, "No, you are the impending danger." Ha ha ha. Or maybe he could do like a theory about why some are certain colors, maybe to benefit them more survivabilities. I kind of wish I had the shiny one of that one. I like it, pretty cool. Who knows? That'll probably be way more research than he would care for, though. Too, though. I kept joking to myself, though, as much as that guy does on that game theory, though, that involved with Five Nights at Freddy. It's a wonder he just didn't start a fourth channel that just nothing but. Daily Adventure Incense. Hey, what's that Chin Chow doing now? Oh yeah, here's what I know. So while I was playing this game last night, though, I didn't realize Chin Chow actually emits its own light at night. You see it actually glowing with a glowing effect below it and everything else. Oh, also, once again, these could be rumors. These could be somebody making things up, though. But apparently, somebody supposedly data mined some information from upcoming changes to the game, including uh, change in scenery, so to speak, though, where they're now introducing actual little grass and maybe a new color scheme to represent the different seasons. Like one person supposedly data mine the new look for fall, where it's going to be more like dead grass, where it's brownish, yellowish, orange, and so forth. Blowing leaves to represent, leaves flying from the trees because, they're dead. But whether or not that actually comes, who knows? Because that's the one thing about people, though. They always like to spread rumors or will have, quote, convincing screenshots or other imagery that I was like, that does look like it. Because, rumors have been around for a long time with Pokemon, especially the infamous Pika Blue, which ended up being Meryl, the little big chubby blue mouse. I say little though, but I don't know how big that thing is. People are so surprised by when you find the actual size of certain creatures. Oh, it's not really that big. It's one of the small ones. Hey, how small is the that little bitty? A few days ago, I was watching a video though where somebody did size comparison of them though. They categorized it by different types, and some maybe it was the same one that did it regardless of typing. But yeah, some of those are itty bitty. And then you have what was it? Cosm, Cosmog's evolution there. That thing that weighs as much as a pickup truck. Can you imagine how heavy that thing is? And you try to pick it up, and you're like, my back, oh my back. Meanwhile, in the anime show, I know that's not exactly accurate because apparently Ash lifts, but people are saying, how is it that Ash in that show was able to pick up its evolved form though when that thing is just weighs as much as like a car? He picked it up effortlessly. I said, I don't know, unless I'm thinking to myself, unless it has the ability to levitate in the show, so maybe it was being nice and say, okay, you can carry me. I'll just do most of the work, like lift my body so it'll be lighter. But that won't explain why in one episode he was able to hurl a log, not a tiny little log. I mean, like freshly cut log from a giant or a decent sized tree. That kid, I swear. Basically, he's been working out with some champs and such. Yeah. But considering once again though all the people and how long they live in the world of Pokemon, I guess you need to find some way of living longer, surviving. Because let's face it though, Team Rocket would have been long gone though, considering how many times it got blasted into space and sky and everything else, and right there in the spot. That's what gets me though. It's like people say, "Oh, Ash survived this and that." I'm thinking, yeah, but look at Jesse and James and Mouth and anybody else in relation to them though. They get blown up and everything else though, and you're talking about one quote kid. Look at them. They're like, I want to say teenagers, but it kind of varies with their age depending though. But regardless, look at them anyways though, because how many times have they got blown up and everything else compared to Ash? Oh man, good defense and health, but attack. But yeah, they survive way more though. Because I mean, if you fall off a cliff though and just shrug it off like, oh, man, I just like trip over my shoelace type thing there, then good grief, man. Humans in the Pokemon world is built different. I bet if they came into this reality though, then yeah, a handshake would probably crush your hand, and that would be the standard strength of a person. That'd be like an average person going over there and shaking hands and like, my fingers in position they shouldn't be. That's how they would be like in this reality. No wonder that kid's forever. That's another thing though. It's like, oh, Ash is always 10 or 12 or 11 or whatever. I'm thinking, but you don't look at everybody else that's around this that still looks the same too there. I mean, Misty and Brock appears though, and they may have some slight differences between them though, but and I don't mean just the art style too. I meant overall to try to make him look a little older though. But there's some characters in there that still looks the same when they first appeared. And I'm thinking, no, let's focus on the focus on Asher. Let's not focus on like anybody on other media like Red and the original games and such. Oh well, everybody matured around him and so forth. They grown up there, but Ash is the same. And Lord knows how long the actual whole series takes place, though, because, I mean, even if you was to take a year, though, let's say if every episode was actually taking place within a day, or unless specifically says otherwise, though, that's a lot of adventuring for somebody his age there, especially all the money he's got to get, though, and you don't really see how he's getting money unless he has an account of some kind there, and his mom's like, okay, here's your Pokey credit card and everything else. Pokey credit card. That's probably how they do it, though. I know in Gold and Silver though that you could get money from trainers and other sources and say, "Okay, mom, can you hold on to my money?" She'd be like, "Yeah, I'll hold on to your money." Meanwhile, she's got like, "I'm gonna buy him this huge plushie of a Snorlax and everything else." So that way, when you go back to get your money, you're like, Mom, didn't I give you like 20,000 Poke Dollars? Why you only got like 100 left? I don't know what happened to it, son, but here, enjoy your new present. This nice Snorlax bed. Yay! I have no idea how you paid for that. Hopefully, it wasn't my money, although I'm not sure where my money went. Once again, logic in that thing. Sometimes I'm kind of a little jealous of the characters in the Pokemon games too, because they were practically start off the game with a game system. Like, dang it! That's not to say I never got a game system. Though, of course, I've got game systems, except for the Switch, of course. So, but either way, I like how that even on like updates, like the Let's Go, they're like, oh, well, we could technically give them a Nintendo Entertainment System, aka NES, though, but you know what? Let's just go ahead and modernize it though, or not modernize it, but up to date it though, and just give them a Switch anyways. Even though it actually takes place back in the 90s, but not really. Logic. Oh, I forgot. Logic doesn't exist in Pokemon there. I mean, you got a little tiny tree you can just bend over with barely any force to walk over in the real world, but in Pokemon world, there are games and otherwise. It's a dead end. Well, sorry, folks. We walked so far over here, but it's a tiny little shrub. I mean, we could just walk over the shrub, but no. The world dictates that we have to go around it, and it's going to take forever unless we have somebody with cut. Do you guys get a cut? No, nobody's got a cut. I mean, sure, I got this chainsaw and etc., and he's got a machete, but we can't use that because we're not Pokemon. So we have to have them, though. We have to get a large praying mantis looking bug with bladed arms to cut it down. Yep, logic in Pokemon games and other things. I mean, technically, it could also fit with any video game genre there too, in game as well. I still think it's funny about the little tiny hill where you can just. I mean, even if it was the equivalent of a foot tall there, I mean, you can just walk over it. No, we can't do that though because I mean, I can step over like a steps, but according to the game, I can't because I just can't. But there's a slight incline. I can just walk up there. Why? Why do you do this game? But you probably think, oh, well, it's because of technology at the time. It probably was like really big hill, like giant steps, like 6 feet tall or something like that. Which could. But whenever you look at those open world games, though, and they have that similar thing there with the little hill where you can just walk over it, though. Nope, can't do it. There's a fence. There's a small little fence, though. I mean, you can also walk over that, though. Even if it's one of those tiny little decorative picket fences, you just can't walk over it because, you just can't. So we do just walk a little to your left or right, though, and around it to the opening. If there's a gate, open the gate, then you're over there. Let us focus on the main protagonist over here, though. He lives forever, though, because, oh, dropped a feather and it granted his wish of eternal youth or whatever. Okay, but what about everybody else who still seems like same age? Did they also granted the ability from Ho-Ho's feathers? Did he constantly look for this red bird who apparently has rainbow colors somehow, though? And it's like, I wish to live as long as I can. Maybe, maybe he accidentally wished to be forever young, but in reality, it caused everybody to be the same, so that's why they're always the same. That doesn't mean that they can't wear different outfits, though, to appear a little bit older, but just one little, three little Litwicks. There's supposed to be some raids coming up though, but that only takes place after the main part of the community day event's over, which means a little after 5. And for those that do not know, that upon defeating a raid boss there, though, this will also allow you to get some more chances to get some more of these little Litwicks, which will appear, I think, within 30 meters from this place. Let me check on it again to make sure. Don't worry, I'll evolve some Litwicks here. Where is it? Ah, here it is. 3-hour lure module. Unfortunately, I live in a spot that I can't reach unless I go outside, but I'm not going to risk that because it's not that important. Nowhere. It's not going to be saying, if you want me to go outside right now, please donate right now because, you know. No, I'm not going to do that. More candy, more XL candy, though, if you're higher than, what's it, 38 or something? One special trade, up to 5 hours afterwards for a maximum of 2 per day for the day. Trades doing over there will require less Stardust. Surprise. Oh, I'll just got to do that some more. I'll take another photo shot. That's a photo shoot. Who we're gonna have a little photo shoot with this time? No, later. I like how it still tells me about this. So, oh, by the way, did you want to? No, I don't. Look, it's looking downwards. That way I do that though, so people won't think I'm using some kind of spoof over here. Mm-hmm. 2 candles. Oh, look like they were talking to one another. Also, later on Twitter, I'm going to post some interesting screens though there. There's nothing more creepier, I want to say though, than all the Pokemon looking in the same direction. It's like, what are you guys looking at? I don't see nothing over there. Squeaky chair. Everybody misses squeaky chair. Nah, let's face it, no one misses squeaky chair. For those who didn't know there, if they ever see a nose pass, that if you wish to battle it but exit out of it though, instead of always facing the direction you're looking at until it disappears, it will actually slowly rotate back to north. For those that don't know, as the name suggested, it is a compass. It will always face north whenever it's not looking at you. Oh, wait. Oh, lucky, lucky. Darn. Okay, so I kind of also missed the free remote raid passes. Let's see what we got here. We'll get okay. Uh-oh. Please tell me you're going to get more people. Yeah, there was a raid when they were having the little fashion week though, and here I was thinking about it. Oh, let me get that little Chinks, the little Litwick kitty, because it's got like a little bowler hat. I said, nah, I'll just get it later though. Never got it until the other day. It hatched from an egg, so now I got most of the fashion ones. Ugh, this is not good. Also, Krogrunk would evolve to its Toxic Croak. But the thing is, though, that once the fashion event started, though, you couldn't evolve it because it didn't have that option, though. And then I think it was the day later, though, they said, okay, now you can evolve your poison frog over there. I find it interesting, though, because technically it would have to. What are you doing here? You don't belong here. The day's not over with, or the event's not over with. Technically, if it was like a poison frog, it would have to be contact of skin, not on your clothes unless you touched your clothes. So it made me wonder though, how potent is this stuff though? Whenever it jabbed Brock, and it was on his shirt, wherever, not directly on him. Must be that potent. Oh, there's a little candle in front of me. Bonk. No, you will get a tiny mechanical ball. You know, it's kind of sad in a way though that when they had their little anniversary, they didn't bring back the anniversary night music. For those that have never heard it though, it's just basically a lyric version of the night music. Ooh. Lampent. Repent the lamp. I need to hurry up with these though too. I think should just go ahead and evolve them. Wait, so I got something. Where did I get it from? Oh, this one. Evolve 3, catch 3. Ah, dang, I did it again. Samsung, allow me to devolve it. Devolve it. Devolve it. Yes, I want to devolve it. Ooh. Over 900 as of this recording now, and I'd never seen all the shiny ones though. Okay, which one's the higher one of the three? Not you. I'm still keeping it though, but I can still trade it on Pokemon Home once I get that reactivated. Hello? Hello? Come on, pumpkin. Hop onto it. Need to get that Xerneas one though. I hope they try to invite me again. I hope the fill notes are at least longer though than the end of this day, because most of the times they'll have that though. I wish those the ones on the special ones that if they're timed though to also include a timer. There's been few, though it's rare though, in which the field notes did have a hidden timer. Do I go ahead and do it? I want to go ahead and do that. Which one was it? Was it this one? Here, you toss a stone at your lamp though and say, "Grow up. I want you to be a home fixture, a spirit home fixture." Oh, just fire, just regular orange flames. I don't know what I was expecting there. What was I expecting? Wait, that counted? But didn't I say I was supposed to do a Litwick? That was a Lampet. It said Litwick, right? That was nowhere near that. Was it Kalos? That's rigged. In my favor, apparently. See, what was it? Unova? Yeah, it was. Okay, regular? Shiny. I don't know. Maybe the shiny might be cool. That's probably why it's cold. That one's kind of cool too, though. I don't know about this one. I was like, this is kind of spooky one. It's like, yeah, I'm on fire. Just fire. Not spiritual fire or anything like that. Just fire. Nothing spooky there. I'm just the literal flaming chandelier. No spirits absorbing here. Just throw some coal in me and I'll just keep lighting up. Watch it, I'll be like saying, you need some more Litwicks, by the way, though, because otherwise you won't be able to do this. Wait, did I not move? It still says 12. I kind of hope this actually gets the thing though, but I'll probably do it off camera though, or because right now it's almost 7 till. I feel like doing a weekly short video though of Pokemon related stuff there though, instead of doing it here because let's face it though, no, if I was to say hey secret password right now though, and then you have to watch though, or somebody will say oh by the way the secret password is at this timestamp. But anyways, I'll think about that some more though too, along about thinking some more about the AI story though. Once again, that app though is called AI Dungeon though. Should be well, I don't think it should be though, but would be more for those who like to role play though. But I wanted to see where things go. So think about that some more. Okay, I got 6 more minutes left until I want to say first half of this waiting around is over with though. The Litwicks will still be around because they were all over the place before this day started. Oh yes, and I will do this too though. Fight, 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 fight. Or ends in 4 minutes. Technically five. That should update. Let me check. No, it still say 4 minutes. Which means you won't hear my lovely voice though, trying to pretend to be some character. Okay, so I guess turn up the volume and just let this go. Wow, you went looking for Litwick and came back with a lamp. I can't. I know Lampert when I seen one though, and it was Rai who suggested you help Litwick evolve. That's great. We can learn more when encouraged by our friends. So, let me tell you about Lampert. While he often pretends to be a lamp, Lampert is usually feared as an emissary of death. Get barely game. Those cities he wanders searching for spirits of the fallen. Spooky, but appropriate for the season. And what's a sight? That fire is. I'm sure you and Ryan would get a kick out seeing Lampert's evolution. Chandelier. 2. But a word of caution. They say spirits burn up Chandelier's ominous flame lose their way and wander this world forever. Oh yeah, now you give me that though. Why are you glowing right now? Well, that's it for that though. And now, these will start appearing. It is now 5 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. Well, that ends that though, and I'm pretty sure this will be staying around though, especially since more chandeliers. Yeah, more chandeliers are coming after me. More of them will still appear though, so that's good there. This should be close to ending though, so let's do a little wrap up like usual. So how many shinies was that for today? 1, 2, 3, 4. With the lackluster of a chandelier or chandelier with regular flames. Yep. That's, okay, now to keep up to date with the stuff that I haven't done yet though. Obviously this one though. Still got this almost done with though. That'll get the cousin. Still plotting my revenge against Giovanni though. So that stays there. Still got this one to go. Almost there. Just got 149 left. And finally, the Season of Legends, which I still never completed though, because I still need a Tornado. So if you have me on your list though, and if you ever see one of these, as long as this game's still going, let me know, because I really need that though, and I don't know if the Terran form counts as well. Here are the completed ones so far though. I'll go slowly though. If not, you can always, slow the video down yourself. So yeah, change it there. That's okay. I got stuck there for a moment. I like how they used to give you stuff over here for like Community Day until they changed it or stopped having it though. It's not because I was trying to buy every one of them. My favorite one is still the Bidoof over there. If anybody wants to help me try to get more of these researches done there, just let me know. I won't also for the passes and such there for the special ones though. If you want to see those, let me know about that too. You're welcome to help me with that. Gifted if you want to, not a must. And there's all that. Once again though, here is the trainer code that if anybody wants to add. Leave that there for a few seconds. Okay, and I'll have to take care of these people later though. That is all for the Community Day event though. I will keep focus on the raid ones if they appear over here. I think it's supposed to be 3 or 4 rank with Chandelier. That should help me with the Litwicks there, because that's another way you can get them though. If you defeat them though. Remember though, if you do attempt this while this event is going on, or any future one that does similar mechanics though, please note though that the remote passes will not work though. They actually want you to go out and meet friends and other people though. And you can definitely see how big this Goregeist is though too. Even with its pseudo wick hair, it's taller than me. Well, that is it for now. According to my squeaky chair. It's almost hour and 42 minutes here. I'll be back next time with the next community day event, unless I'm in a spot though that I'm unable to do so or have a limited thing though. You're welcome to see all the previous community day event videos I've done though so far in its own little section in the video listings on YouTube though. And if you are on YouTube watching this now though, good job though. That you should be able to find it there unless I moved it, relocated, or YouTube does something interesting though and tosses it off the cliff. So that is it for this community day event though. Once again, for featuring Litwick though, if you like what you're seeing, you know what to do though. No pressure there though. Not demanding. Not gonna be like those people though. And I'll see you next time though. With that though, I'm gonna mute myself and try to play some music for a few seconds though, and we'll end the video. Later.